Good morning, everybody. It's Sally. Yes, I'm wearing the same thing I wore on New Year's Day because this is video part 2 for me and my new feeling about the new year. And I just wanted to share one more inspirational moment. It's only week one of the end of week 1 of 2015, and I think everyone's back to work, kids are back in school, and I wanted to share something else that that really blessed my heart when I got up first thing early, New Year's Day. I wasn't expecting it. You know, sometimes it's hard to be so wide open on Facebook and social media. On one hand, as long as you are very careful about developing the people that you allow in your space, which I don't think about that so much, because I feel like if I'm going to have a moment of inspiration or truth or share out of the goodness of my, just whatever bubbles up that I want to share, it's not that I want to be exclusive about that. That might touch someone God knows where. It's not about me. It's about, wow, this touched me. Maybe it'll affect somebody else. So I don't want to close that off. So when you don't close off, you can be wary. You don't expect everyone as your friend. They can follow, but the minute they say something out of order, block. I don't get a lot of that, but I did have some very damaging experience in the last month or two. Very damaging. And it has, yeah. So I won't say any more about that. But that's what happens when you let yourself be open. And it made me kind of close off. I don't like to be closed off. One thing in this universe I do not want to do is be closed off. I want to be as transparent and open and real as I humanly can. Good, bad, indifferent, warts and all. Failings, falling down, publicly humiliating myself, publicly prostrating myself. I love that word, to prostrate before you. To just be vulnerable, to throw it all out there. At the same time, I need to have people safe, close to me, who will help me if I've extended too far and I am fragmented or wounded and shut down and then beat myself up. You see, there's healthy boundaries, and I wasn't raised to have any boundaries. I have no boundaries. I had no boundaries until I was in my 20s and realized I was allowed to actually have one. That I didn't have to accept everything that people told me or said about me, and that they were always right and I must always be in error. Even though I didn't feel that way inside, I didn't get the affirmation that my voice was valid, that my I was valid, for many, many years. And there's always a struggle. That's why it's easy to be cut and to bleed with me. So, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about how someone really encouraged me and helped me greenlight my morning on New Year's Day. And I tend to hold this even closer every day. I think I'm going to print it out and frame it and hang it on my wall and remind myself, when I look in a mirror and I read this one page out of this book, I see who I am. I see who I am. And the fact that someone else posted this and put my name on it, and another queen, I won't say I'm a queen, this woman is a queen, Gastric Rosemary, to put us in the same breath sentence and to give us the same acknowledgement was profound for me. And also, the truth of what she said was true about us. No one could have paid me a higher compliment, and so here is where I'm going to share with you today, and I hope that you'll be blessed by it too. Sherry Nolan Wells on Facebook posted this, and I want to read it to you. It's from the Velveteen Rabbit. He said, "You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily or have sharp edges or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been lopped off and your eyes drop out and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly. You can't be ugly, except to people who do not understand. That means so much to me. She writes, this reminds me of two real women that I admire, Gastric Rose and Sally. I'm not implying that you're shabby or eyeless, but that you are indeed beautiful, and if anyone in the world cannot see it, then they just don't understand. That means so much when you've been cut by life, by people. They just don't understand. Someone accused me of being something that I'm not, and I couldn't stand strong enough to feel like they were wrong, and I was not wrong. I was not bad. I was not so flawed that I didn't deserve to take up space. I am real. I am authentic. This is the real deal. Who you see is who I am. If you see me broken and flawed, if you see me fall down and make a poor choice, just because I say positive things on my Facebook page, I never said I was perfect. If I'm trying to be positive in a place and you see me when I'm not shiny, bright, and perfect in your mind of what you thought I was, that doesn't mean I'm not real. It means I'm more real because I'm not afraid to be all of what I am. Strong, positive, affirming, encouraging, wounded, broken, hurting, flawed, bleeding, open, open, open. I thank Sherry Nolan Wells for including me in this reading about the Velveteen Rabbit, and that she sees that I have brought positive things into the universe. Some people will see that and some people will not. Some people don't have eyes to see. They can never understand what it is to be this transparent, this real, this genuine, to let it all out there. I do it so other people can see. It's not, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If this is who you are and you need to let it out, let it out. I thank the Velveteen Rabbit. I want to be the Velveteen Rabbit. I am shabby. I am worn. My hair color as you age kind of loses its luster. Your skin loses its resiliency. You don't have that same glow of youth. When the Velveteen Rabbit was new and shiny, he was a toy and he wanted to be real. And by the time life has rubbed you and rubbed you and rubbed you and loved you and loosened your joints, it allows the real you just to be out. I have a lot to learn from the Velveteen Rabbit. Worried about aging, worried about a saddlebag, worried about an extra 10 pounds, worried about not being good enough because I'm no longer viable, because I'm not a young woman with beauty, and blah, 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 blah. All this shit in my head. That's getting dropped in 2015. I know where my real beauty comes from, and it has nothing to do with me. It just comes. We all have that. We all have that. Let it out. Let it shine, friends. Just let it shine. Learn to green light. Find your own inner truth. Let it out for the world to see. Somewhere, somehow, someone will be blessed. Just let it out. I never claim to be perfect or have all the answers. I only go and flow with who I am and want the very best for everyone. to find freedom and joy and peace in their day and their life, and to find their own muse and their own truth, and to live it head held high and unabashedly. I wish that all for you today. And for me, I wish to be more and more and more real every day. Without facade, without wall, to be accessible. And if a thing comes to cut me or poke me or wrench me, I can let it pass through. I want to grow more and more to be real, like the Velveteen Rabbit. Because like the old horse was saying to him, that's why it doesn't happen to people, real people. People, it's harder for people to become real because they break easily, or they have sharp edges to protect themselves from hurts from past, or they have to be carefully kept, and that meant to me carefully managed, because they're just so, people have to hurry and scurry around them to make sure that everything is managed so they can keep surviving in the real world. I really feel a lot of that myself. Here's to all of us being more real and more free in 2015. Make it a great second week of 2015, friends. And whatever is past is past. What you didn't feel like you held up sharply and strongly enough in the last 7 days, it's behind you. Face forward, face to the sun. Let's move on towards our personal goals and the journey that surrounds them. Green light, everybody. I'll see you soon.